welcome to the Roast Morning Podcast. It's the only podcast where everyone but Tom doesn't have to silence their phones because they don't have friends. I am Tom.
I'm Travis, a.k.a. Donkey Kong.
Hello, I am your Cody.
And I'm Mike.
It's nice to see you guys again and hear you, Cody, over there in Hawaii.
I'm ugly as fuck. Don't look at me.
I really haven't in years.
How
even
many
when you were here.
How many boils do you have in your face now? I feel like there's a lot of iguanas
11.
biting you.
Dude, that watermelon.
No.
The watermelon boils that you get.
Yeah.
Because you have to feed iguanas watermelon exclusively.
That's how they survive.
They get big and fat. If you got to get off Hawaii and the airplanes are down, you got to ride one back to California.
A big old watermelon.
And there, Anthony Kiedis he'll be waiting for the disaster victims of Hawaii to come in, and he'll be screaming for the iguanas to go, oh!
Well, little known history fact here. The Spanish were the first Westerners to discover California. And that's how they found it, was Kiedis was, they just headed towards the sound.
Yeah.
They just honed it in.
Yeah, they were in Florida, and they were like, what is that noise?
Bow, 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 bow.
Like some kind of land siren.
All right, so how was everyone's Kiedis-free week?
It was great. I'm fine. Let's move on.
How do you know I wasn't hanging out with Anthony Kiedis?
Wait,
Don't assume.
was
I
he-
wasn't,
was
but
he on-
don't judge.
Was he on vacay where you are?
No, he wasn't. I'm sorry.
I found out an interesting fact about my family yesterday.
You're inbred.
No, but my uncle lives next door to where Chris Benoit, like that wrestler, killed his whole family.
Really?
Holy
Yeah, I
shit.
never knew that. He told me yesterday.
What? Really?
Yeah.
That's nuts. Did he hear the bang bangs or what? How did he kill
No,
him?
he moved in after.
Oh, okay.
But that was like what he was told when he was buying the house. So that was like the side thing they told him.
Dude, you're gonna have some he's gonna have some wrestling ghost hunters showing up.
Probably, yeah.
Wait, where was this? In Georgia?
Yeah, Fayette, Georgia.
Okay.
My Uncle Tony.
Wow.
Probably shouldn't. I mean,
You just doxed
there's
Tony.
Tony, my Uncle Tony. Sorry. Cut that.
All right. Just we all have an Uncle Tony. It's just a fact of life.
I have an Uncle Larry.
Do you actually have an Uncle Larry?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I have a Tim.
I always thought my Uncle Larry looked like a white version of who's the guy in Family Matters?
Oh, Carl Winslow.
Carl Winslow. He
Yeah.
looks exactly like him, just fairer skinned.
Well,
and Irish.
It doesn't look exactly like him then.
No, well, you know what? Whatever. I'm colorblind.
Two different black gentlemen have told me that I look like a white Mos Def.
You do. You really do.
I feel like a white Mos Def.
Oh, have you ever been waterboarded for fun? For funsies?
No. That's his game. I sit back. I have no soul.
It's most definitely a rapper.
You don't know Mos Def?
No.
Wow. He's got an album called Black on Both Sides, and I've been thinking for many years of writing a blast beat album that's called White on Both Sides. but that's not in this climate.
I feel like that's a setting on a toaster I have.
That's the world we live in.
Here
We can't get through the week.
There you go. That's a week.
So we got uncles. We got Uncle Larry. We got
Uncle Joey.
Uncle Tony,
Tony,
who's on the other side of the family. We, me and Mike, we have an uncle who says rock and roll a lot.
I've seen you tweet about that.
Yeah, well, because he's rocking and rolling. Who else needs to talk about their week? Anyone? Do we care?
I spilled water on my computer like I was telling you guys earlier.
Oh, jeez.
It's fine. I'm good. It all came back to life.
Cody, you're not supposed to do that. Water cooled is for the MLG gamers.
Yeah.
It's not for the regular Codys.
Total fraud over there.
I went to an abandoned castle on the Hudson River.
Finding gold.
I watched the movie. I watched, what is it? Wizard of Oz.
Are you sure you weren't just at the DMV on a Sunday?
I might have been. No, but everyone in the Hudson Valley, if you have got a son or daughter that you've named Hudson, you've made a mistake. But if you're in the Hudson Valley, check out Bannerman's Castle. It's really cool. They do movies at night.
Oh,
they
really?
literally
Sounds lovely.
Sounds
they
cool.
take you on a boat, like right when the sun's coming down. They play a movie in this abandoned castle, and they ferry you back out. It's cool.
I would never want to do that.
Why?
Because I'm on a boat watching a movie.
No, you're off the boat watching the movie.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just sitting on a boat watching a movie like a
what-
dipshit.
Well, I mean,
you're in a
You did
castle.
say you were in the Hudson River, Travis.
I mean, you're pretty much in. If you're in a castle in the middle of the river, then you're in the river. kinda.
Okay.
Except
Whatever.
it's dry on the bottom.
Okay, fine. Who cares? It's
All right.
We've been talking for too long about nothing that anyone cares about.
Tom, this is important things. This is what people want to hear about. These are really important things. We learned
Let 'em
about our
have it, guys.
uncles.
Yeah.
We learned about the Hudson River. We learned about
'em have
mistakes that you named children. About
I like
Cody's
Hudson.
Cody's pouring water on his machines. I don't know. This is important.
All right, Cody. Well, who's on chopping block tonight?
We have a very special episode to Squirtin' Ears. We're talking about David Marshall Williams. Now, I know what you're thinking. This guy has 3 middle names for his entire name.
Three
It's a
middle
man not to be trusted.
Wait, but that's like me though. Can you trust me?
Yeah. Travis, I'm
what's
making
your
an
middle
exception
name?
for you.
Big Boy.
Yeah, my name is Big Boy.
Travis Big Boy Lee.
Big Boy Willie Lee.
Wow, amazing. So why can't we trust this guy?
Okay, so roast mortem, we like roasting bad people, but like I like throwing a curveball and throwing a questionable, eccentric egg into the mix every now and then. You know what I mean? Just a slight curveball.
You mean an Easter egg?
Yeah. Like I'd have brunch with this guy like twice only.
So he's like-
after the third time, it'd be a little creepy.
So he's like a Cadbury filled with cum.
Yeah, yeah. I like the nomenclature there, Travis. That's good.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you're like, ooh, I put the Cadbury in my vagina, and you're going to have a baby of a nice guy. Because the chocolate's going to melt.
Yeah, that's how you roast things.
Who said that the semen's coming from a nice guy?
Oh, well, it's coming from this guy with 3 middle names.
This guy?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got David Marshall Williams. Wow.
David Marshall Williams. Throughout the podcast, we're going to be calling him Marsh because that's how he referred to be called in his circles.
Fuck you, Marsh.
So this guy start Marshalls?
Aha!
No, wasn't around then.
Oh, that's too bad.
Wasn't around then. Later in his life, he did earn the nickname Carbine because those were his babies. He was the inventor and engineer of the modern carbine. And just because it's not common knowledge, a carbine can be described as a chode of a rifle.
So, but it's a rifle that can fire fast, right? It's like the precursor to an assault rifle.
Yeah. I'm sure there were like assault rifles in action with it, but this was like usually a short barrel, single shot, little sidekicky,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
ready at the draw rifle.
So thanks, Cody, because now we're on an NSA watch list.
Oh yeah,
You know,
don't worry about it.
that's great. We're talking about guns here.
Yeah,
Bang, bang,
I
boom,
like
boom.
guns.
I'd like to pretend our podcast is more popular than it is and believe we're on lots of watch lists.
So
if we
International watch list.
If we get on someone's, come on, let's listen to roast mortem together, everyone.
Hey, Interpol, slip into my DMs.
Well, we have a lot of downloads, but they're all me.
Hey, I helped
Whatever.
too.
Yeah, thanks,
On a bunch
Cody.
of different computers.
I got so many IP addresses. I got nothing else going for me.
All right, so tell us a little bit about the Carbine Boy.
All right, but let's ask the room a few questions just to set the mood. Has anyone on this podcast fired a gun before?
Me.
Yeah. What do you
I can't
guys?
remember.
What do you
No, I
guys
don't think
fired?
so. I don't think I ever fired a gun.
So Mike hasn't, so you'll have to sit down for the
All right.
rest of the podcast.
Well, I own a couple guns. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the musket,
I got a
right?
BB
I
gun.
have a musket. It's a Brown Bess musket. It's a smooth bore. You gotta pack the gunpowder down and shoot it at the target.
Gotta use that ramrod of yours,
yeah.
right?
And I also have a shotgun and a rifle that's inherited.
That's pretty cool. I've only dicked around with a handgun before, but never actually fired it.
Wait, you dicked around with a handgun? How do you dick
Yeah.
around with a handgun?
I was on
You
my
tilt it
family
sideways
member's
like a
farm, and I was
gangster?
looking out for things. I didn't actually have to use it, but I was just like playing with it.
What were you looking out for? For boars?
Mongoose. They kill chickens.
Did you kill a chicken?
No, I didn't kill anything with it yet.
I shot your musket,
Yeah.
Oh,
and then I shot a fantastic shotgun in which I wanted to cry immediately.
Yeah, you
Bruise
got
your shoulder?
bruised.
Yeah, bruised the hell out of it, but I kept shooting it because, you're a man.
Hey, you're American.
you just
gotta
compound
do
that
it.
bruise until it just gangrenous.
There's about 30 people on the range. All of them are men, even the women. So I didn't want to be the
Wow.
only woman.
You're allowed one tear when you fire a shot, and that's because
It's got to be
you've got
tear
a
of joy,
bullseye.
though.
Yeah.
One tear.
It's only your first one.
yeah,
It's only your first one. From then on out, you got to be stoic and pissed, and you got to be fighting for your freedom.
Yeah.
And my second question is has anyone here had honest to goodness homemade non-taxable moonshine?
No.
No.
I've had it once at Thanksgiving.
Well, yeah, because you're so all right. You're a secret Southerner because, like, at first looks, you look kind of Asian.
Yeah, dude,
He
Hawaii
looks
is the
a-
most
well,
southern state.
Well, he looks Asian
Well, he does look Asian
because he's Asian.
he's Asian. But your dad comes from the South, right? And that's where you got that moonshine.
I was actually hanging out with my friends from Texas, and they brought out a nice Poland Spring bottle that didn't have Poland Spring in it for Thanksgiving,
Cody,
and it
give
was
us
lovely.
shit.
Dude, I feel like that's so much easier to travel with than a tray of mashed potatoes or yams or some dumb shit like that. You know, just bring a bottle of moonshine.
Yeah, fuck it, you don't need to eat it anyway.
It was a nice touch, and
Yeah.
it kind of like it brought the table together. Like, hey, we're going to do something of questionable legality here at Thanksgiving, and it was very, very fucking nice. It's a fond memory of mine.
I got moonshine. I bought a box of Cheez-Its for the kids.
Yeah, it's better than bringing ambrosia because no one likes ambrosia.
Was that boxed wine?
No, that's a fucking casserole with marshmallows on it.
That's
It's
the
like
worst
aborted
shit.
s'mores.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fucking hungry now.
You know, rich people love that shit, and it just comes out of a can. It's like cat food.
Ugh.
All right, so now that you've set a mood of cat food and bullshit, what do we got going on with David, or Marsh, rather?
We're calling him Marsh. Get in your head, Marsh. This boy's name is Marsh. Born November 13th on the turn of the century, 1900, in Cumberland County, North Carolina. Now, the state is called North Carolina, but rest assured, that is in the South.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So if like the South will rise again, that's like your boner kind of poking out from the gym shorts.
No, Travis, like because it's opposite, like North Carolina is the boner that like goes down the leg of your gym shorts and hangs out a little bit. It's still hard, but it goes down.
How small of gym shorts did you wear, Cody?
He wore those hot pants, dude.
Yeah, it said pink on the buttocks in blue font. You know
Dude.
those, right?
Yo, your parents were so cool that they bought you those.
I bought Travis's old Navy pants that he was finished wearing. I had to cut them in half and seam them back together.
Oh, look like capris on you.
Marsh, like any good country boy, grew up doing chores on a farmhouse, and he had a grand total of 11 fucking siblings.
Wow.
So we're in that kind of deep South.
All right. Well, I mean, I know Gab's dad has 12 siblings, so that's deeper south. That's Brazil.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a lot of brothers and
And-
sisters.
It is. It is 11 to be exact. And one fine day, Marsh's father sent Marsh out for a lovely frolic, a good old-timey romp around the farm. You know what I mean? Like, go play in the wheat in your overalls, son. However, Marsh's idea of playing outside was fucking shooting songbirds with an improvised gun of his very own design.
Wait, he made this gun. He's like,
He
let me kill
made
this
guns
sweetie.
as a toddler.
What kind of guns were they?
His toddler country ass whittled the frame out of juniper wood, and he used a reed for the barrel. But he knew, his little toddler brain knew, that it could backfire and explode, so he wound twine around the barrel to reinforce it and make sure it wouldn't blow off his tiny toddler fingers.
So it's genius.
Hold on, just remind me. How old is this boy?
This guy's very young, so I want to say like 4, 5, 6 right now.
4, 5, 6, and his dad's like, yeah, you could have some of this black powder, boy.
No, he stole the black powder from the farm.
Okay.
Good guy.
So, but thank you for bringing up his dad, Travis. But like, now imagine if you're Marsh's father, and just imagine your child is capable of pulling guns out of thin air like some kind of fucked up superpower. You can, sure, you're an adult, you're stronger than that little baby. You can wrestle a gun away from him, but poof, a new improvised deadlier gun would just materialize the next day.
Oh, so he's gun boy. Like if he had like an ability, he'd be like, guess what? I just made this receipt into a gun.
Well, you know how to take care of kids like that, right?
You smack them.
Take off
You
their
beat
hands. They don't need hands.
Oh yeah,
That's,
Well, if you
that's a
take
little
off-
draconian.
with
yeah.
thumbs.
No,
Just
if you
two thumbs.
take off the hands when they're young, they'll get used to growing up without hands.
Yeah, stumps.
You know, after 5, you can't really take off the hands, but
Yeah.
around 5,
How do you put them back on? You like stitch them back on?
Nah, you just knobs. You never
Oh,
use
screw it back.
chopsticks. Imagine that's your life.
Ooh, like pirate hands.
Oh, pirate hands is a different type of hand.
Sometimes I'm jealous about people that just have 2 knobs because I would really like to eat a bowl of spaghetti with just 2 knobs.
Like one giant piece of sushi.
Yeah, like a big ass sushi roll. Yeah, right? It's like a
Wow,
whole
just-
fish and then like a bucket of rice. And I'm like, oh, I guess I could just make fists.
A bucket of rice, a Home Depot bucket full of rice. I could see you snorting that.
I remember in like AP Bio, like good old public schooling, my science teacher told me before you turn 2, you actually have humans actually have the ability to regenerate fingers.
Bullshit.
And I was very weirded out. Like what scientist is going around chopping off baby hands?
That's not true at all.
Yeah, fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Your teacher's telling you fake news. We're not geckos, dude. I know
I'm
you. I
gonna
know you've been
remember
in
her name.
Hawaii for a while. Your memory might be a little warped.
I know you got less of an
like
alphabet than
Wolverine.
we got, but
Yeah.
it's still fucking real. We had a family friend who, as a baby, she was like real little and stuck her finger in a juicer. Guess what? She doesn't have a finger anymore. Never came back.
Not a gecko.
Or, okay,
Maybe she
hold
was
on.
3 years
Maybe
old.
maybe the severed finger regrew another baby. The regeneration might have worked the other way with your cousin.
I don't know if they kept that around long enough. That bag.
Okay,
You know,
well,
fucking carrots.
you got to hold
pulp.
on to that for
Put it in
science.
the collage book.
All right, so this baby boy is just making guns left and right. You can't take
Very
away all
smart.
these guns.
Yeah. So, like, as the responsible adult, the head of the family, at one point you just got to say fuck it and let him keep a few of the guns. Because every time you confiscate it, you're pissing off a tiny gun warlock that doesn't have a full human soul yet. And if you keep forcing him back to the drawing board, he's going to eventually make some kind of fucking bazooka flamethrower combo that's just going to level the whole fucking farmhouse.
You gotta let your kids have hobbies.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Don't live your dreams to your kids either.
Yeah, my kid's hobby is fucking shit up.
Yeah.
My kid's a beast.
Dude,
Believe it or not.
hold on, Cody. Are you sure about his name? Are you sure his name wasn't Kyle?
He does sound like a Kyle.
He does
but
sound like
a-
Kyle. Fuck you,
a
Dad. I'm making
marsh.
guns. Dude, I just got a quad. Fuck you, Dad. I'm getting guns.
Dad, buy me a quad. Buy me several quads. Dad, buy me Halo 4. Buy me Xbox Ones. Buy me a quad.
But I feel like a Kyle, like the most deadly weapon a Kyle has ever held is just airsoft.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
very
he,
true.
He wants to think he knows how to like chamber like a rifle or something like that, but all of his experience is just airsoft and paintball.
No. Because, like, school shooters are 40 to 50% Kyle.
Okay, all right. This is a little deep for
You know what it is?
the
It's
Kyle meme. I'm just trying to do a meme, Tom.
It's the Monster Energy. That's what it's like. Not good for kids.
It stops there.
Turns you into a Kyle.
All right, Cody, let's get one.
Yeah, Cody, let's keep talking.
You're not wrong, Mike. I can't add.
This psychological condition is called hoplophilia, and that is the deep, incessant, unending love of boomsticks. And this would go unchecked for the rest of Marsh's life. God damn it, guys. As you can imagine, Marsh's scholastic career only lasted a short 9 years. Didn't even make it to a decade in public schooling. He got expelled by the time it was junior high and decided to fill his free time with blacksmithing.
Got out quick.
Dude, we love blacksmithing.
Dude,
You know who else
Oh,
liked
yeah.
blacksmithing? Edward II. Our
That's
favorite.
right.
Yeah.
Nice. Tieback. Yeah, I love
Wow.
that.
Go listen to 2 of those episodes.
Yeah, we got a lot of those 2 episodes, and he sounds like Ricky from Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, kind
He's
of.
trying to get to grade 6.
Got a little bored with the blacksmithing because there weren't radical guns around the shop. But he found out people that do have radical guns. He found out the U.S. Armed Forces were packing a little heat that he wanted to get his hands on and salivate over just a little bit. So at the tender age of 15, he up and joined the Navy.
This is just after, as World War I is winding down.
Yes.
It's like the interwar period.
Yep. Very good. And thank you for that context. So, Navy, they're getting ready for World War II. They're probably like, oh, we need people, but we don't.
No,
need...
we're 30. We're 30 years away.
Yeah, it's like in the 20s, right?
No. This is he's born in 1900. Yeah. He's 15.
Yeah,
joining
1915 right now.
We are 30 years away.
Well, no,
he's still in World War
He's
I.
in World War
Yeah.
One.
Until the 1917.
Yeah, if he's
or
15.
18. Oh, is it 18?
Yeah,
no, it's
1918,
winding down.
yeah.
They're not going to.
No, we just
I
joined.
said he's winding down because it started in 1911, correct?
Yeah, but America only joined until like 1916.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go kill some Jerry's.
All right, but then it ends at like 1917, 18. Okay. So, Cody, you're welcome.
Thank you. The Navy promptly discovered his true age and booted him the fuck out. And
Lucky.
still being set on joining the military, he settled into Navy Junior, a.k.a. the Naval Academy. So if school doesn't work...
tugboats.
There you go.
Thomas
So
the
a.k.a.
Tugboat.
if school doesn't work and the Navy doesn't work, do Navy school.
Yeah, fish Band-Aids out of Splish Splash.
Ew. That's Navy school.
Pretty much.
However, Marsh could not contain his twitchy firearm boner in the Naval Academy. He was enraptured with the Navy's firearm technology. It was like nothing he'd ever seen before because, all of his guns were made out of juniper wood and twine. He was promptly expelled after his superiors found 10,000 rounds of ammunition in his footlocker, along with several stolen rifles.
That's a big footlocker.
Yeah, what?
Well,
Wait,
the rifles were in the footlocker.
Wait,
But I guess, yeah, that is still huge for 10,000 rounds.
Yeah,
You know how many? You know what you would need to fit 10,000 rounds? An actual footlocker.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like,
Oh.
what did they give him a Foot Locker franchise? And he was like, check out these shoes, bro. But I also got rifles in the back.
Yeah.
There's a bullet in this one.
So, Marsh is a confirmed thieving rascal right now. He was disassembling the parts and shipping them home to his mother, for safekeeping.
What'd she do with him?
She just threw him in a corner for Marsh.
Great.
For him to get back.
Typical millennial.
Just a corner full of gun parts in the Marsh farmhouse. Marsh refused to return the parts, stating they were inside his property and his now, and there was nothing the Navy school could do about it.
He's not wrong.
He was kicked out instantly, and he was sent back home to rural Cumberland County. And just as a recap, he was kicked out of public school, kicked out of the Navy, kicked out of Naval Academy.
He's too smart.
He's too smart. Just got booted
Smart.
out for the brains.
Smarter than the average guy.
But lucky for our boy Marsh, Heartland bombshell Maggie Cook gets moist for rebels in overalls with a bad boy streak.
What was the words you just said? I don't understand anything you just said. Margie Boyd and the Bombshell Boys. What is it? What?
Heartland bombshell Maggie Cook gets moist for rebels in overalls. So she liked her bad boys, if you catch my drift.
What you're saying is Maggie Cook, she's got a B cups, and she's got a 4-inch labia.
Maybe. I didn't check downstairs.
Interesting.
You still sound like you're speaking in Clockwork Orange, but keep going.
And so, on August 11th, 1918, Marsh took a quick break from polishing his barrel to marry sweetheart Maggie Cook. Family-only ceremony right there in the farmhouse.
I see what you did there. Polishing the barrel is jerking off, and that's how ladies and babies are born.
Well, she was a vaudevillian who could put a tampon in without any hands.
It's talent.
Now your boy Marsh has a lovely aproned country wife to support. A military job is out of the question because of the shitduggery. Nothing left to do but bag himself a nice American blue-collar job, busting up rocks and laying rail for the Atlantic Coastline Railroad.
Oh, when jobs were easy to get.
Yeah.
Yes, jobs were easy to get because he earned a $50 for a 10-hour day. There were those types of jobs out there.
And
Jeez.
Okay, that's fine. That's like $75 without the expense of living being so high. You can live on that.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, we know people did it for years back in the day.
Yeah.
Tom, we have it. We're such lazy. Our generation, such lazy bastards.
Yeah, us millennials.
I'm pretty lazy, ain't gonna lie.
Wow, so lazy. We love our Xboxes and men named Kyle too much. Can't do anything. Gotta sit back and watch YouTube about a man named Ginger who was angry at South Park.
Yeah.
Dude, ASMR, I have to listen to it every day or else I get anxiety.
Hey,
Too busy watching vlogs.
Yeah. Casey Neistat.
What's the point of living? I just live through someone else, right? It's like,
while our boy Marsh was laying rail, he happened to startle a local bird just in the bush, doing bird things in bird ways. And Marsh's childhood instincts took over. Marsh drew a hidden pistol and proceeded to open fire over the heads of his coworkers, trying to recapture his psychotic childhood splendor and perhaps get him a little lunch in the process.
like a Vietnam flashback.
Yeah,
Yes.
so Vietnam was 50-something years away.
Yeah, but he was a pioneer.
I'm trying
Pioneer
to.
of the Vietnam flashback.
I'm trying to draw like a modern comparison of like what someone would do nowadays. Of like, oh my god, there's some dinner right there.
It's like a public school nowadays, or like
I mean,
town hall.
I hate to besmirch again, but here we are. This is the modern equivalent would be someone doing something like going to their cousin's communion or something and be like, "Mom, pull over! I found a Pokemon for my Pokemon Go."
There you go. That's
No,
it.
I was thinking about this kid that was like, all right, so in high school we used to have these like shitty cheeseburgers, right?
Yeah, I
And it
mean,
was-
shitty is
Yeah,
you know
shitty.
that's
Everyone-
subjective.
Yeah, but it was a shitty cheeseburger wrapped in this tinfoil thing. I remember I was waiting online for my cheeseburger. Some kid had like passed the register, was like, "Yo, let me get a cheeseburger." Some dude just fucking slapped one on the floor and kicked it. Like
There you
past
go.
the register, and the guy took it.
Wow, yeah, that's
So that's kind of like it, you know what I mean? Like that's innovation, that's modern progression, that's Elon Musk 2.0.
Can't have guns in school.
Thank you,
have
Mike.
guns in school. They don't care about your Second Amendment at all in school. It's a shame.
Wow. Yeah.
No, Tom, let's not recommend bringing guns to school.
No, it's not.
Second Amendment
to
is
protect yourself.
Oh,
Do not tread on me, sir.
do not tread on snakes because they'll bite you in the dick.
Are you treading with your penis? Why are you doing that again?
Dude, you have to have it low to the ground, you know? It's the fire.
And just as Marsh fired his pistol, the rail section master fired Marsh and his shitty, itchy trigger finger.
Wow.
Well,
You know,
yeah.
if we weren't talking so much, we could have gotten to that point right away.
Yeah, segues. It's all good. It's the flow of the episode.
You know, but Cody, that's not how segues work. You were saying two sentences, and we stopped you between saying two sentences.
Say like
We
five.
let you say one.
sentences.
We each said a few. It's not how segues work. You understand what I'm saying? That's not a segue. It would be a segue if we just went off on something and all of a sudden you were like, that happened. I'm glad you said that, Travis, because
Do
that's
a-
what happened.
Do a montage. All right, keep going, Cody, because we're just derailing your whole conversation.
I've had more drinks. Honestly, this is the drunkest I've been on roast in about 3 months.
Tom, we're
Very
all
nice.
here. We're all here for you. I'm getting that drunk.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Fear not, Marsh's unemployment is only temporary, as he's got a sweet safety net to fall back on.
Was that dirt?
Was a little bit more tastier than dirt. January 1919, a very, very, very shitty federal law went into the fucking law books, I guess. Travis, Tom, any idea?
Prohibition.
Yeah.
There you go. 18th Amendment, American Prohibition. More or less outlaws. Sorry,
I'm
was
gonna
it?
chug my Miller Lite, cause we don't have prohibition no more.
The 21st Amendment is the only reason we podcast.
Yes. More or less, 18th Amendment more or less outlaws the manufacture, transportation, and sale of intoxicating liquors. And as Tom said, we all know this shitty law backfired because 3 amendments later, the federal government hit Control Z on the whole thing with the 21st Amendment.
21st repeals prohibition.
Yep. For those of you across the pond or elsewhere. But
Thank you.
history knows, and this podcast knows, that prohibition didn't stop the good old American folks from boozing.
Nah, dog.
It did indirectly facilitate some tragedies unto the American people, however. Unregulated and deadly alcohol products an irreversible foothold for organized crime to flourish, and NASCAR.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big problem, NASCAR.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to get too stoner because I don't even smoke weed. But, like, when I did smoke weed, right. So, like, now that people are regulating it, like, it's coming out, you know, and, like, you can buy it places legally, I never would have done angel dust if it was regulated.
That's true. Yeah.
Because when I did smoke weed, I bought weed one time and it was laced with angel dust.
Oh, yeah, I remember this story.
I was lying in the snow with my shirt off, just shouting into the sky.
Interesting.
Until my friend that smoked with me, I guess he, was like, oh, yeah.
He was fine with it.
He was still fucked up. He was like, dude, you're gonna fucking starve of cold. Get out of the snow.
But wasn't it an experience, Travis? Like, it was
Dude,
like,
it was an experience, but I didn't want it. I just wanted to smoke weed.
Yeah, but you got extra dank, brah.
Extra fucking... That's what meth heads do. They're like, meth isn't enough. I'm gonna do PCP.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to kill yourself.
Yeah.
So regulation is key. Fuck the fucking prohibition.
Regulation is key because...
You're an animal. You're a disgusting pig.
Regulation is key because as the booze supply went down, the booze demand went way up, and as a result, the price at which you could sell booze went way, way, way up. So, Marsh rolls up his sleeve, and he's got to provide for his country wife somehow. He's good with tools, he's good with his hands, and he's good with improvising less than legal contraptions, and the alcoholic refreshment can net some pretty pennies right now. So what's a country boy do?
Bootleg.
Bootleg, moonshining, hell yeah.
How you make moonshine again? You jerk off into a bottle?
Yeah.
Dude,
Leave it out in the sun.
You're thinking of sick jankum. Because there's like Reg's jankum. That's poop. If you leave cum out and ferment it, that's sick jankum.
I don't think Jenkum's
Yeah.
real.
Dude, it's real.
I think the poop one's real.
No, it's not.
No, the cum one's real too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do a Jenkum on Friday.
You got poop now?
About like maybe 30 minutes.
It's got to
Sun's up
simmer,
tomorrow.
Mike.
Sun is up tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We'll be janking off for the next episode of Roast Morning Podcast.
Live stream Jankoff?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't wait for my mouth to smell like cesspool for 3 weeks.
Jesus. Since Marsh learned how to wrench on boils in the Navy, he took to stilling like a hillbilly duck to water. He became the boss of a very small hushy-hushy operation overseeing half a dozen men, making corn whiskey, giving the middle finger to the establishment. Ye fucking ha.
Yeah, dog. And he was like NASCAR, and he's like, dinger, I'm gonna go get NASCAR. I'm gonna go do around this track. See, all right. If NASCAR's established based on the Prohibition times, you telling me that when they were delivering, booze, they only took left turns?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Here, they just practiced their left turns to such a degree that they could out left turn cops, and cops, like, in their patrol cars, were just at a loss of words.
Yeah, we can't go right and turn around. We gotta keep going left.
Imagine watching like NASCAR sober. I feel that'd be like so boring.
I don't know. I don't understand.
At least when you're drunk, it's like a little bit more bearable.
Yeah, well, some people go to church, you know what I mean?
No, honestly, if you're into NASCAR, please let us know what makes NASCAR enjoyable. I'd love to know.
I think it's the appeal of like maybe a crash will happen.
Yeah.
Which is like kind of fucked up.
All right, so now
doing
where are
fine.
these boys going?
And they were stilling in the middle of fucking nowhere, as you do with moonshining. And in the beginning, all things were fine. They turned a profit in a secluded, bushy spot in the North Carolina wilderness, turning corn into booze, as you do. However, 1921 rolled around, and in the midst of a steamy July afternoon, the shitty arm of the law got wind and led a raid on Marsh's moonshine operation.
Oh,
Now,
no.
Marsh and his... Yeah, what's that?
What are them boys gonna do?
Them boys fell out real quick. Marsh and his men initially scattered into the woods. The lawmen took this as a retreat, but in reality, unbeknownst to them at the time, it was just a quick regroup and a scramble for the guns.
The gun!
I get
The
guns.
guns.
They
The
took my
boom
moon
sticks.
shop. I can get my guns.
That's what they all said, verbatim.
Gotta get the guns before we get the guns games.
One man goes by the name Deputy Alfred Pate, P-A-T-E, was doing his job, tipping over whiskey barrels, tipping over mash barrels, disassembling the still, and carting it off to the evidence locker. Deputy Pate and his law enforcement brethren thought the moonshiners up and vamoosed up until this point. And now here's the thing. Someone in Marsh's moonshine gang, someone with an itchy fucking trigger finger, and someone that has a loaded gun always at the ready, fired off 2 warning shots at Deputy Pate, who was carting off the still. And again, this podcast and history doesn't know who exactly fired these 2 warning shots, but these 2 warning shots promptly embedded themselves into the chest of Deputy Pate, killing him in the line of duty.
Sounds like Marsh.
Yeah.
I mean,
reserve your judgment. We
I
don't
mean,
know. We don't know.
honestly, if all these guys were just smart and they played Call of Duty, they would have known friendly fire. And they
Yeah,
would have
friendly
been
fire,
like,
camping.
yeah, I'd be like, this dude's obviously camping in that corner.
Should have 360
Fucking
no-scoped him.
Yeah,
Fucking
right?
fan those hand grenades.
Yeah.
The warning shots killed somebody. Fuck. And like I said, we don't know. We don't know who it was. There was 7 of them, 6 men, Marsh leading them. But it wasn't fucking looking good for Marsh because he was the ringleader and he's pretty much well known in the parts for being an IRL version of Yosemite Sam.
That was definitely him shooting then.
I'm like 98% sure after going through all this.
The other guys, I'm sure you can find their names somewhere, but if it was Marsh, who gives a shit? He's dead.
Yeah. Well, you know, I always thought it was
true.
funny when people shoot guns off in the air. Those bullets come down.
No, they hit the atmosphere and they float off and they touch Neil Armstrong's dick.
Yeah, well,
Real soft
no.
and strokey.
I never
like.
thought about that. Bullets coming
Now
down.
the Second Amendment angels catch them, Travis, and take them to heaven.
yeah, well, it's the right. Those bare arms, they just scoop up all the bullets.
Yeah, wow.
I don't know. You always see in the
They
movies
get lost
and
in
shit.
the clouds. They get stuck in the clouds.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like whenever you see those movies and shit, they're like shooting guns off in the city, and it's like, dude, if you're shooting that straight up, it's gonna come right back down in your head.
No, the Earth is spinning.
All right.
So it's going to probably about 45 minutes from now be about
The wind will take it.
300 or 400 miles due east.
Really? I thought the Earth was flat.
That's a different podcast.
No.
I thought it was like on a slant, like a 90-degree angle.
Dude, because you're always thinking about vert ramps and
Man.
shit. Like, the Earth is a vert ramp.
Wow.
Heaven is a half pipe, bro.
Isn't it a Weezer song?
I think so.
Now, our boy Marsh, realizing what had gone down, surrendered and was arrested the very next day. He was on the hook for first-degree murder with a grim death sentence looming in the not-too-distant and the not-too-unlikely future. And real quick, we're going to talk about the court proceedings. Now, Marsh had a... What's that?
I said,
Inquisitive.
Inquisitive. Marsh's crackshot lawyer contended Marsh can't be tried for murder because of his obvious and blatant insanity. Just look at him. He's all crazy and twitchy and shit, and he can't help but open fire on small animals to the point where he gets fired from jobs.
I guess they forgot what drunk people look like.
And miraculously, all but one juror bought the insanity plea. 11 grown-ass men standing on the jury agreed Marsh was apeshit crazy. Like, of course, he's insane. Get him out of here. But that one dissenting juror caused a hung jury, and that was Marsh's closest chance to getting off for this.
All right.
so, which way did they hang? Did they hang to the left or did they hang to the right? That's the question.
I think it's
That's
usual
a-
to hang to the left.
Yeah, I know, but some people are different. Everyone's born.
Yeah.
Everyone born
Got
different.
different styles, you know.
Yeah, like,
Well, you got
are you goofy? Are you?
Jesus Christ.
You got a jury of 11 men singing to Marsh, who's sitting there all twitchy and fucked up. You got a friend in me. Oh, baby, you got a friend in me. And Marsh is like, I like my toys. I like to do things. I want to make a guns. I'm a man. I didn't know how to make a knot corn.
Dude, I made like a blowgun, like with a piece of bamboo, but I just filled my mouth full of gunpowder and I lit on fire.
Wow.
He's good now, everyone.
So the legal tactics were switched up at that point. Okay, he's not insane. He's just trigger-happy and accident-prone. So Marsh's legal company tried for second-degree murder, a step down from murder 1. Now, at the time of the raid, one of Marsh's African-American employees, during the day in question, his name was, and Travis, you'll love this, Ham Dawson.
Ham Dawson. That's like
Ham Dawson.
That's my version of Dawson's Creek. Ham Dawson.
Ham Dawson.
Oh, just a stream of ham floating down.
Ham Dawson. This is Ham's story.
What are any of the characters' names on Dawson's Creek besides Dawson?
Oh, man.
Before my time.
Topanga, right? Topanga.
That was Boy Meets World.
Boy meets
You,
gays.
you
I
had
know.
Chancellor, Jonesy,
That's friends.
Rachel.
Laura Anderson,
That's friends.
Timothy.
They're all named Ham. Shut up, Tom.
All right.
In a last-minute shitty desperation move, Marsh and his legal team attempted to blame it on the black guy.
Oh, that's
They admitted
Probably works.
What's that?
terrible.
They admitted the fatal shots came from Marsh's rifle, but Marsh claimed he was firing over Deputy Pate's head and then handed the rifle to Ham. And it was Ham who used the rifle to kill the deputy. This was early 1922 in rural North Carolina, and Ham figuratively had the IRL version of 12 angry men sitting on his jury. But this crock of shit was so absurd, so ass-backwards, so preposterous, so unbelievable, Ham's all-white jury was still like, no, it was the twitchy gun nut that shot the cop, not Ham. And Ham was acquitted 12-0 and cut loose.
Hell yeah.
A white man has to twitch a lot to get killed over a black man. Down
That's
there.
what I'm trying to say.
Sheesh.
Like,
It's not. It's yeah. Okay. God damn it. Look, I'm saying that in seriousness because the South was an awful place at the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
agreed.
Agreed.
All right. So it might be a joke,
Now-
but
now-
it's not out of nothing.
Now the South has Adult Swim.
Oh, they get it now. Their eyes have been opened. Now, since Ham was cut loose, Marsh was sentenced and thrown into the slammer for 30 years of hard labor.
Damn.
Oh.
And, you know, he dodged the chair because it was only police and moonshiner testimony. There was no actual evidence to be collected that, you know, he actually killed Deputy Pate. So that's why he got only 30 years and no immediate death sentence.
It's only
How
30.
humane.
I'm very surprised, actually. Like North Carolina, letting the black guy go and, you know, going a little bit easier on the killing of a cop.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's like, wow, okay, fine. This guy's getting cut a little bit of a break. You know, 30 years hard labor ain't nothing to scoff at, but it's just like a little forgiving right there. Cool, okay. Maybe he had a good lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he just did bowling well.
He had a nice bowling shirt on in the courttroom.
Yeah. He probably was like, what do you bowl?
300.
450.
Yeah, 300 every time.
Like,
I bring my own pins.
All right, you're getting hard labor because we want you to bowl all those boulders off the road.
We want you on the company, or not company, the prison bowling team.
A prison bowling team.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's just a company.
It's basically the longest yard, but terrible.
After a handful of prison transfers, Marsh ended up in North Carolina's Caledonia State Prison, run by one man called Warden Peoples. Peoples common spelling.
I hate that as a last name, but continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. It fried my brain the entire time I was making the slides. Warden Peoples. It sounds slightly evil, actually.
So he's a warden already. Is his name Warden?
No, he was the warden.
He was the warden.
And his last
He
name
was-
was Peoples. It's like a cartoon character or like an evil genius like character.
Super Jail. Bring him back to Adult Swim.
I love
wow.
that show.
Hey, Adult Swim, can you just sponsor us as a
Shut
podcast?
up. It's all getting cut out.
Well, no, it's not!
You
Gonna
know?
throw a tantrum on this podcast?
I'm going to throw a little tempy tanch.
All right.
You won't.
I won't. I just did. I just did! Shut up, Mike! I just threw a damn tanch.
Caledonia State Prison, for fuck's sake, Travis. Caledonia State Prison used the inmate labor to tend neighboring farmlands. So, your boy Marsh can't get away from farms, it seems.
Ain't so bad, you know, a little farm.
No, it's nice.
But-
You get the sunshine, but back-breaking labor at the same time.
Go back to a nice little cell, 3 meals a day.
No, you get
Possibly a little prison rape.
Yeah, you're getting possums up the ass. Like they gape that asshole so wide a possum could go in there.
Yeah, the possums actually go in and deliver your own fecal matter into a possum
You got a place to keep
trailer.
a possum, though.
Oh, it's called the Oregon Trail.
I like that. I think there's a video game named that.
Yeah, the Oregon Trail.
Now, when Marsh wasn't breaking his ass in the fields, he spent all of his time, believe it or not, in the machine shop. Whoop-de-doo. Now, prison guards and warden peoples began noticing more and more unfamiliar tools showing up in the machine shop. More day after day.
Like guns?
Tattoo
what?
guns.
Like guns?
No, not like guns. Not quite yet. We're not there yet, Travis, but thank you for seeing into the future a little bit.
Dude, I'm like Dr. Xavier.
I don't think that was his superpower.
Yeah,
Your
whatever.
third eye's wide
Shut
open.
up.
Yeah, the superpower of foreshadowing in pre-existing stories.
Warden Peoples asked Marsh if he knew or saw anything about the strange tools in the shop showing up, and Marsh proudly exclaimed without hesitation, "Made 'em myself." Now, instead of shutting down this little grease monkey operation, Warden Peoples, for the sake of amusement, encouraged Marsh and his tinkering habits. Let's see where this goes. Free tools and handyman. Pretty cool. What could fucking go wrong?
Guns?
Guns?
Prison?
Yeah, in my personal opinion, this is a little fucking moronic. Letting an inmate smith and keep his own tools is just out of the question. Like, he's gonna do something with it, probably.
Give him clay.
I remember I had a toy when I was a baby. Oh my god, I dropped metal into my drink.
Cody, continue. Travis has reached my level.
No, I was going to tell you about a story about a baby toy. I
Don't.
had.
Just, Cody, I'm telling
kind
you
of
as a
baby
friend,
toys you have?
just power through.
No! Temper tantrum! I had a toy when I was a baby. It was
Alright, let's let him have it.
it was a metal die-cast toy. You remember creepy
yeah.
crawlers?
Yes, Cody,
Yeah.
continue.
There was creepy crawlers, but it had fucking metal that you melted into the fucking mold. And the only thing separating my baby fist from molten metal was a thin piece of plastic. That's when they built toys. That's when they did those things. Remember when they used to make toys? They don't make them anymore. Anyway, moving on.
That's why they
Cody,
moved to Lego
Cody,
games.
Shut up. Cody, continue.
Marsh would eventually go on to make friendly with the prison guards and built up enough courage and one day asked, "Hi, let me lube up and fix your rifles. They'll shoot real straight and tight after I'm through with them." And the idiot guards obliged. They let him
sexual.
They let him have prison guns. Like, here you go, inmate that was convicted of murdering a federal agent via firearm. Here is my fucking gun. Please work on it.
They didn't think back then.
Nope.
Thinking's
that's
a new thing.
Yeah.
No.
It was just after the 60s where they decided to start thinking.
Yeah.
When they
See, the hippies were the last of the, God damn it, we got to figure out something. So let's start thinking.
Yeah, when they
Yeah.
invented Tinder in the 60s.
Now, God bless the bygone era of administrative stupidity. Like you guys are saying, this shit could not transpire today under any means. And I like the theory that hippies ruined it for everyone.
No more fun.
Nope. But here is where our friend David Marshall Williams begins undertaking his ballsy exit strategy from the Caledonia State Prison.
Well, they handed him a gun, so it could only be so ballsy.
The aforementioned exit strategy started with innocuous thefts and smugglings. Firstly, office supplies started going missing, most notably pencils and cardboard boxes. Marsh was stealing them away and staying up late at night, secretly drafting the key to his escape.
Which was literally a key.
He's sneaky.
It wasn't a key. It was fucking gone because he's Marsh.
Right, I forgot.
He was doodling meticulously with the stolen pencils on the stolen cardboard.
Hey, no drawing. What's that, anime?
You drawing hentai over there? Is that a dick in that anime's woman's mouth?
No furry cocks.
Marsh designed a never-before-seen custom weapon, a carbine, that was an entire 5 pounds lighter than the U.S. military standard-issue weapon. Marsh gave it a shorter barrel, so it was easier to conceal and easier to draw in a second's notice.
He made this in prison?
He's doodling right now, Mike.
Oh, doodling. Oh.
He's doodling right now.
On cardboard.
cardboard and pencils that he fucking stole like the thief he is.
So he just made basically a sawed-off rifle. Like, they could have just fucking cut the barrel off of a rifle.
Hey, this is a lot lighter. Did you take the barrel off this?
It wasn't just the barrel. We'll get into that, though. There were some inner guts that he fucked around with that made it lighter, too.
Okay.
But he was designing a Chode rifle, as I like to call them. Notably, in Marsh's handiwork, the invention he was thinking of, it relied on short, nimble strokes for the loads.
Oh my God, Cody! How did you say that lie without laughing?
I stayed up very late last night to nail that one. Instead of the firearm's rigid, heavy bolt flying back 3/4 of an inch to cycle the next round, Marsh had a lightweight piston that would just snap back 1/10 of an inch to feed in the next bullet.
All right, all right. I'm gonna put this question out here. You don't need to answer it if you don't want to. Are you a shower or are you a grower?
Oh, me? I'm a fucking grower as all hell. It's just like
depends on how cold it is.
It's like
outside.
a vanilla wafer when the show isn't going. It's really sad. It's just like there.
Straight up grower. Straight up grower,
Yeah.
dude.
All right.
No flack either way. Both are fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer this because my mom listens to the podcast.
Your mom knows what your dick looks like. I'm just saying, like, my mom knows what my dick looks like.
Your adult dick?
Well,
She changed my diapers,
no,
but I've
change
gone
your diaper. I feel like you're born as a shower or a grower. Mine kind of looks
but
like
how many
mine kind of
boners
looks
are
like
you
a
popping in front of
vagina,
your
and
mom?
then it's a hefty size when it comes out.
Could you imagine if it was like your adult teeth?
What an
And when you
image.
came out of the vagina as a baby boy, it was like full grown penis. Like that would look massive.
Yeah, right.
As well.
Mike, we'll just ask Stevie about. I don't know. You don't
Yeah, if you know
share.
what Mike's penis looks like, right in.
Like I said, it depends on how cold it is outside.
Well, you're a grower. You're a shower then.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's cool. So we're talking about penises. So he built a penis that shoots things, shoots small loads.
Yeah, as well as little bitty bolt strokes. Our favorite gun nut was a fan of self-loads, too.
So he wanted to self-load himself?
Yeah, no. See, some guns back in the day weren't pew-pews. They were pew-click-pews. Some of the guns back in the day required manual operation, meaning you had to pump it, lever it, or slide it before taking your follow-up shot.
So that was
And
that was like the bolt coming back, and you had to manually put the bolt back in the right position.
Yeah, so like I said, you had to pump it, lever it, or slide it, but Marsh wasn't a fan of playing bop it with his firearms. So he ingeniously employed the gas expulsion, of the round going off to cycle in the next bullet into the chamber.
Dude, he's
So
a
he
smart
was-
boy.
He's fucking clever as hell, but only for one thing. Like, he's
Right,
not clever
yeah.
for anything else. Like, it's what he grew up doing.
Do you think he had gun autism?
Hoplophilia. I think that's what gun autism is.
Oh, okay.
It's a real thing.
Hoplophilia, yeah, it's the love of guns.
I like planes.
I'll guess that's called aviophilia.
It's called fucking.
What's your favorite plane?
Dude, one of my favorite planes, like the ones that fly, dude. It's got a big ass wing.
Yeah.
Just
Now,
one wing?
I'm not autistic. I don't really know any of the things about planes, to be honest.
You're a fake.
You're not really into planes.
Anyway, where was I? So Marsh was a fan of automatic cycling. So less fidgeting with the gun barrel, and the gun sights stay on your target for a longer amount of time, where they, should and need to be. Now, after Marsh was happy with all his penciling and doodlings and late night drawings, he started his meticulous build process in secrecy, drawing on his childhood days of improvising firearms.
Cool.
Marsh used a smuggled fence post for a gun stock and a stolen tractor exhaust for the gun's sturdy barrel into action.
Oh, wow.
He used a shop file, or a metal file from the shop, rather, to get the shape just right. He's crafty as shit. And he worked on it for years, half a decade and change to be more precise, using the cover of servicing the prison guards' weapons. So if he was ever caught with something that, was used to maintain or craft a gun, he would just be like, oh, it's for the prison service weapons.
Very smart.
So where does the cummies come into the play?
Later.
I mean, this is prison. I mean, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, someone's coming in prison.
Like the Shawshank Redemption, where he just gets cornered when he's like doing his laundry and shit.
Yeah, well, prison life is hard. I have like a bunch of tattooed teardrops on my eyes.
Those aren't
Oh.
tears.
Well, it's mainly tears, dude.
Travis actually, underneath his beard, he's got a tattooed cum shot.
Oh yeah, I kind of see it.
No, shut up.
It's like cursive.
I don't even fucking cursive cum shots on my
I thought it was
face.
like a tribal tattoo at first.
The first time he sucked a dick, he went right to a tattoo shop without cleaning it up at all. And they tattooed around the splooge lines.
All right, you know what? That's called experience. It's like Touch of Grey. I gotta keep talking about man that
Marsh
shoot
crafted
juice.
and refined his mechanical creations until it rivaled that of a military standard issue rifle. Truly master craftsmanship. He toiled long and hard until the fateful day came. Marsh had built up a friendly relationship with the prison guards, but more importantly, with the head honcho, the most valuable man in the prison, Warden Peoples.
Oh,
The
good.
very same warden that foolishly trusted him with access to the machine shop and let him keep the gunsmithing tools.
What dumb idiot. Like, this
Yeah,
dude
right.
Peoples is a dumb, stupid, dumb.
There's a lot of dumb... Like, the smart people are in a minority in this episode.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind.
You could probably roach
So-
everyone in this episode.
Yeah, but Marsh is the more interesting boy, so I was gonna go with him. So, with his handcrafted custom carbine concealed under his arm, Marsh calmly strolled into Warden Peoples' office, raised his weapon, and excitedly hollered, "What you think of this beauty?" and boastingly handed it over and awaited a shower of praise from the warden.
Good job.
Tom,
You've done
Tom just sent me an excellent picture that he drew while you were explaining all these warden things. It's a dick busting through a wall. And I think that really is an analogy for this episode.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't mash through a wall with his penis, but it is,
But
it
he
is
was a
quite
dick.
on point
He
for
was
the themes at play.
Yeah, so he's in jail and his cock was so hard and he was trying to make guns to get through these walls, right? That means like kind of like...
Trying to break free.
Yeah, if you want to make an analogy to a modern day... I'm saying modern day, but a modern day commercial, it's like the Native American man when he sees a trash on the side of the road.
right.
One tear.
Just squirts a little bit out of something.
And then his head explodes and the Kool-Aid man comes out and goes, "Fuck yeah."
Warden Peoples was shocked and astonished that Marsh could have this level of craftsmanship with basic tools and under the watch of guards. And Warden Peoples immediately initiated paperwork to have Marsh's sentence commuted.
What? Wait, that's how you get out of prison? You just make guns?
Yeah.
Warden Peoples believed that this craftsmanship of this caliber, should not be behind bars. It would be a disservice to the nation if Marsh remained incarcerated and his gun nut ideas couldn't be incorporated into the U.S. Armed Forces.
See, this is how White Claw started. There was a guy in prison who made Pruno that was so good. And he brought it to the warden, and he was just like, "Yo, my college kids would love this. You're out of here."
I love White Claw.
Marsh's revolutionary by-hand gunsmithing was that unique and unparalleled that it warranted reduced time served.
So what if he was Spider-Man, though? I mean, like, he would be out there in, like, 2 minutes.
Doesn't
Be like-
matter. Why? There's no Spider-Man.
No, but there could be. Imagine
That has
he's like...
nothing to do with the story. It's not even funny, dude.
No,
it's not even
but-
funny.
No, but imagine if he was like, hey, guess what? I can shoot juice out of my wrist.
Mike, do you think that's funny?
I think it's a little funny.
No, dude, it's not funny.
Thanks, Mike.
Come on,
Dude,
Mike.
it's not funny.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, like he's Spooderman and he's sitting in jail and he's shooting juice out of his wrist.
Cody, can you
And that guy's like,
continue?
I'm Dr. Xavier. You're coming out of the jail cell for me because you're coming out of your wrists.
No, I don't want to hear this anymore. Cody, can you go more?
While we're on the topic of projectiles flying out of things, Marsh's guns were packing the firepower of a rifle while having the weight and handling like that of a pistol. It would lighten the carry weight of every U.S. serviceman by 5 pounds. Now, when the carry weight is reduced by 5 pounds, that means you can bring 5 more pounds of ammunition, 5 more pounds of rations, or 5 more pounds of whatever the fuck life-saving kits.
Camel cigarettes.
Yes.
There you go. I like that.
That is an American supply that we all need.
Sure is.
Warden Peoples went apeshit over his design and worked very fast for the expedited release of Marsh. Peoples took the design to the sheriff that raided Marsh's moonshining operation. And impressed and slack-jawed, that sheriff also backed up the motion to commute Marsh's sentence. But wait, that's not all. Warden Peoples had the fucking stones in his sack to approach the widow of the slain deputy. Like, ma'am,
Fuck.
I know this monster killed your only husband, but just look at this thing. Look the way it
He's good
sockles.
guns, he's a good guy.
Did the widow know much about guns? Where she was just like, my husband, he used to beat me, but this is a good-looking gun.
If you give me two free ones, we'll be okay.
I feel like she's one of those influencers that you see on Instagram, and they're like super hot. They have like blonde hair and shit. But they're like, every once in a while, they'll do a post that's like, I'm a concealed carry type of bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I guess what, I have a baby, and if anyone like,
Who do you follow that does that?
I was gonna say if that's if our listeners know what he's talking about, then I'm glad where I am with not being on the internet that
all right,
much.
well, I'm just saying, if like they might just be like, if anyone licks my baby, they come up in the park and they just like take a lick on his forehead. I have a concealed carry handgun.
All right, that's fine. I mean, you should be able to carry a weapon if you're in a park full of tongues. Homeless tongues.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Dude, I'm not homeless. I don't want to lick babies' heads.
Are you trying to get shot at? Are you in the park?
Tired. I mean, as Tupac would say, tired of getting shot at, tired of being chased by the police and getting arrested.
When's the last time you've been in a park?
Just the nervous laugh.
Long time ago. long time ago, in a galaxy far away.
All right.
Anyway, the widow Pate agreed.
Actually, you know what? No. Well, you know what? I remember the last time I was in a park.
Yeah?
I remember the last time I was in a park. Our buddy Andrew, who was on the Carrier Nation, was like, let's go to a park. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And he put me on, you know, that thing that spins really fast.
Yeah.
He put me on that, and he
Carousel.
started to spin me.
Did you get diarrhea?
I had diarrhea of the mouth. I have diarrhea of the anus. I had diarrhea of my fingers.
That's just regular
God,
diarrhea.
So much diarrhea. I can't deal with spinning. I could never do the teacup ride at Disney. It always disappointed me.
Okay.
Oh, that's my favorite.
This is the furthest tangent we've gotten on in months. Travis not being able to spin.
Cody, keep talking. Just keep doing talks.
The widow of the slain deputy agreed. She became a proponent of getting Marsh out of prison sooner so his technology could be implemented to help American GIs.
What?
Yes. She agreed. She was like, get him out. I know he killed my husband, but let's get him out.
That's terrible.
Wow.
She just was
And I
getting
know-
boned by him.
I know the burning question in all of your head boxes right now.
Was she banging ham?
Didn't see that one.
Dude, Ham has a fucking dangerous tongue.
Who ain't trying to fuck ham?
Yeah, exactly. If your last name is Ham, well, good on you. You're getting all the ladies. If your first name's Ham, your middle name's Cola, and then last name Roast.
Ham cola roast?
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't doubt there's someone named that. Hey, if you're a pregnant mother,
Find a ham cola roast to take that baby out of you.
Just legally change my name to Ham Cola Roast.
Hi, my name is Tom. We have Cody in Hawaii. This is Mike and ham cola roast on Portland.
are there any sane fuckers in this episode? And yes, there are some sane wet blanket party poopers involved.
Oh, boy.
And unfortunately for Marsh, these naysayers were the Warden People's bosses, aka the Prison Commission.
Oh, okay.
They did not appreciate an inmate forging weapons in a state-run correctional facility, and they argued Marsh could stage a violent escape if he was allowed to continue designing and crafting his weapons.
Yeah. So this is basically the Pizza Hut. Because, like, Domino's has the sick at. Papa John's has the Papa John's. Pizza Hut.
Okay.
Pizza Hut's just a downer.
Pretty much bankrupt at this point.
To silence the dissent of the Prison Commission, Warden Peoples claimed that a man of Marsh's ingenuity handiwork would have already escaped if he had intentions to. Like, look at him. He would have just filed down bars and ran away instead of filing a gun barrel.
Yeah, right. He could have done something else to get out of prison sooner.
Yeah. That's what Warden Peoples was thinking. Like he's choosing to be here, so like cut him some slack.
Wow,
And
that's horrible. That's
for a warden.
what a
Yeah,
sick-
for a warden. Be like, if this dude wanted to break out of my prison, all he would need is one Capri Sun and a little bit of howdy do, and he'd be out of my prison in no time.
I mean, 1990 is when they gave out the baby bells. Everyone was just fucking escaping left and right.
Oh, remember that time we made vodka Capri Suns in the Pennsylvanian woods?
Oh yeah.
I want a Capri Sun right now.
You're shit out of luck, man.
You just have hot pockets, dude. Just go home and get hot pockets.
I will.
Warden Peoples further put his figurative scrotum on the line and offered to serve out Marsh's sentence if Marsh ever staged an escape from the prison. So he's like, hey, I'll take my turn serving his fucking like murder sentence if he up and outs with a fucking weapon of any kind.
What is wrong with these people?
He's guilt tripping him.
Just steal the documents and then kill this fucking prick.
Typical millennial.
Really good with guns, Tom, though. He was super good with guns. You
What's
don't
that supposed to mean?
understand.
I'm good at what I do, and I can't get a job. Let alone get out of prison.
My millennial.
No, you're
Yeah.
a Zoomer, right?
Yeah,
Zoomer.
you're a Zoomer.
The fuck is
Where's the cutoff again?
I don't know. I think it's
95 for me?
something like that.
Well, you're 95.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a millennial.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we almost had a Zoomer in here.
Oof, thank God.
Zooming.
Now, once Warden Peoples' deal was locked in writing, sure enough, that was all that was needed. Governor at the time reduced the sentence to 10 years, down from the original 30. And the kicker was Marsh had already served 7. So 2 more years and change of playing around in the prison machine shop, doing the same thing he always did his entire life, he would be out.
And he's under 30 at that point. Or 31,
He's like 20.
No, I think he's
like
31. This is 1921. The incident happened. He's in jail 10 years. He's 31 when he gets out. Which
Yes,
is my
he's
age.
very-
So he's done a lot more than I have with my life.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
that's
in
most
prison.
of our ages, I think, except for Mike. His designs garnered the attention from private firearm companies, Remington, Winchester, Colt. But the thing is, in prison, you can't file patents for fucking reasons.
Why not?
But you can write home to your mother and enclose blueprints and applications. So through puppeting his mother, he was able to patent and trademark some of his more clever ideas. This guy had fucking job offers behind bars.
Oh, that's cool.
And only after 2-ish more years of designing guns, laxed guards, loose restrictions, and most importantly, a very good friend in the prison warden, Marsh was released. September 29th, 1929. So not exactly 31, Tom. He walked out probably 28 or 29.
Yeah. I mean, that
And he
sounds... It's a 10-year sentence, and he's getting out earlier because he was put
Yeah.
in... Yeah, okay.
So this makes us feel like more shit because he's done more
Right.
than we have done. Except
Not
for
me.
Mike.
This
Yeah,
is the
I mean, Mike-
Millennials Rose podcast.
I'm still.
If
I'm
you're a
still
millennial, you suck. If you're not a millennial, you're like different.
What are you different?
I'm just being me.
What are you
Wow.
Stop it. You need to cut that shit out right now, Mike. Marsh's escape plan was successful. Now, granted, his initial exit strategy was to simply smith and design guns to pass his time, 3 decades worth of his time, but things went fucking swimmingly well for our lovable gun nut.
Like semen.
Gun nut. Yeah, you can call Sesman's gun nuts, Travis.
No, swimmingly well. They swim.
Gotcha.
They swim their way.
They have to.
They have to.
They,
That's
they
all
got
I
one
know.
job. It's swim well.
Dude. Imagine
it's all
if
they
you-
know.
Imagine if you were a seaman.
Pretty good. We're all pretty good
that's a
swimmers.
great
if you think
life.
about it.
What's that?
We're all pretty good swimmers.
Well, we were
We
born
used to be,
good
yeah.
swimmers.
We're also born on an island.
Island of our mind.
You're right.
Why am I just derailing everything?
You are drunk and you're... who are we roasting tonight, Travis?
Marsh.
All right.
John Marston
Close enough, yeah.
of
There
Red
you
Dead
go.
Redemption.
Where did he shop? This is a multiple choice.
Men's
TJ
Warehouse.
Maxx, Men's Warehouse, or Marshalls.
Men's Warehouse, dude. He's a classy guy.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it. Also, congratulations for getting out of prison.
On the outside, Marsh established a gun shop of his own design, got cozy with firearm companies, and he was up to his vast efforts in gun patents. He was incorporating the principles he crafted behind bars into military-issued weapons. His technology enabled machine guns to fire .22 caliber rounds. Now, does anyone know anything about the .22 caliber round?
They're small. They're like olive pits.
It's for shooting
Yes.
rats and shit.
So, Tom, if you know they're fucking tiny and olive pitish, why would you want those to come out of a
spit
machine
shit
gun?
out of your mouth.
Well, you want it to come out fast.
Yeah. A little
So
bit,
it's
a little snot. Ugh. Sorry.
What a mess.
Shooting rats. Keep going.
For shooting rats with a machine gun?
Yeah, this is fucking machine gun rats. Dude, you got a lot of rats. You just gotta fucking shoot them, dude. Like, all right. Imagine, here's a situation. Me and my friends are deep in Baghdad.
Jesus Christ.
We've just infiltrated Osama bin Laden's, Hussein's house.
Bilal Hussein, okay.
Yeah. And there's a princess there. She's like, I gotta go to this fucking event. Right? I have to go. I'm an influencer. I had to go to this event. And then all the mice show up. And they're like, we're gonna build you a suit.
Of mice?
Made of American tears.
Oh.
And then we're like, oh, dude, I have these 22s and I can shoot all these mice.
That's a horrible scenario.
No.
None of that would ever pan out.
Yeah, well, it's like how you get rid of a lot of mice that are trying to build suits for a princess.
I am so sad for you that you have work tomorrow.
Dude, I don't give a shit.
That was the most earnest I don't give a shit about work I've ever heard. Good job, Travis.
I got 2 days left.
Why do you want to fire 22s from a machine gun?
Just tell us, Cody. I hate your questions.
It made firing drills much cheaper. You could practice without blowing your fucking budget.
All right, I would have never thought of that.
I was trying to think of how you build a dress better. Be our guest.
Marsh's modifications that allowed for 22 calibers to be shot out of machine guns saved the USA $50 million. America.
Oh, and back then money, that was a lot.
Hell yeah. You
Good
could
job, Marsh.
Tom, you're the king of back then money. How much is it?
50 million in back then money. 1920 monies is, well, actually 1920 is pretty much 10 times the amount. So you like $500 million. That doesn't really add up. There's no way ammunition costs that much. This must have been over time.
Yeah, definitely over time. Like, I'm saying, like, over the lifetime of his modifications being used.
Gotcha.
And speaking over time, the 5 years after 1940 saw 6 million of his carbines produced. Very, 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 very fucking popular during World War II.
Oh, so he was like, that was like what the troops were outfitted with, was this carbine.
Very good, Travis. But it was not so much like infantry and like point men. You wanted those boys to have the full long Dongus rifles, the M1 Garand.
Yeah.
But if you were a medic or
Paratrooper
or a person on an artillery team, your main function isn't to engage in firefights. But because war is fucking hell, you might need to roll up your sleeves and pop some caps in enemy ass.
Yeah, well, wait, hold on. I might have missed this because I'm wasted. But what was the name of his rifle?
Carbine.
The M1.
The M1 carbine.
Yes.
Okay.
Model 1 carbine.
Okay.
I guess
So
they didn't need...
So this is what the airbornes are dropping in with.
Yeah. I'm going to assume because like the Garand was seen as like the big boy gun for like assault squadrons, like foot infantry gun.
So this guy's like sick and he saved 1 billion lives in America. But he is also an asshole.
Yeah.
I love it.
Indirectly, we don't know.
Yeah, I kind of like this
like-
guy because he went to jail for shooting a man who was really, if you think about it, fucking up his rights.
Well,
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
I mean, to make America...
The guy he shot was over policing. Now, if that guy just went into the woods and saw this and never took his distillery, nothing would have changed over the course of history. He's
Tom-
not changing anything. He's not on a good guy. Shoot him.
He was following his paper's work.
No, it doesn't matter. So he's commuted for a crime. He gets out of it because he's fucking savvy with weapons, and all of a sudden, the U.S. Army the military starts using his carbine to make loads lighter for gentlemen who are out there in hell.
Yeah.
That's
Great
sick.
guy. I love him. I love
Other
him.
people loved him too
Yeah.
because after the war, he got a little bit of Hollywood fame.
Oh, he Hollywood?
He Hollywooded up. He got a full motion picture length biography came out called Carbine Williams, and it starred none other than heartthrob James Stewart.
Great. Yeah, really handsome man.
Now, it painted Marsh with a rugged, handsome, untwitchy, non-bird-killing light. He was portrayed as a man with principle and a very righteous, but not necessarily law-abiding code.
Yeah, he wasn't killing small animals in the movie, right?
Just mashing him.
They left that out. I mean, he did hunt quail, but he did it in a refined manner, which I think the real Marsh wouldn't have done.
While drinking freshly squeezed lemonade.
No, and he like proposed while he was hunting quail to Maggie Cook. In the movie, at least.
I always wanted to hunt Quail Man because I hated Doug.
Oh, no one likes Doug. That's
Dude,
not where your underwear
Doug
goes.
sucks.
Shut up. Doug's fine.
No, Doug is the worst cartoon. He made me realize that I have depression.
No,
When
he
I
made
was
you realize you had
30
you don't like
years
Doug?
old, I had depression.
He made you realize you had pimples.
This is where our boy Marsh hung up his nickname. He hung up his nickname. He wanted to be referred to as Carbine after the movie to rake in his notoriety.
Makes
Now,
sense.
after the pic, what's that?
Makes sense.
Yeah. After the picture, swapped his name, got a little bit of stardom. He took the opportunity to shake hands, sign autographs, pose for photo ops, and tour America. He rubbed shoulders with the movie stars.
Amazing.
And he killed a cop. It's crazy.
He killed a cop. Keep that in mind for the rest of the podcast.
Wow, didn't NWA do that too?
No, I just sang
No,
about it.
sang
Yeah,
about
I know. Well, they're obviously fake.
They didn't really mean it.
Now Dr. Dre sells beats to idiots. He sells speakers to college kids and desk workers.
I know Ice Cube wasn't in that, but, Ice Cube is now a cop on TV.
He is.
But
He has the best Twitter feed, by the way.
Really?
Ice-T.
Oh, yeah?
Ice-T is fantastic on Twitter. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't know how the internet works. He just tells everyone to fuck off. It's great.
So Marsh enjoyed moderate, localized notoriety throughout his midlife and his twilight years. And now we're going to talk about this boy's declining health. November 6th, 1960, Marsh was hospitalized with a liver ailment.
What is he drinking moonshine?
Oh,
Eating
Was
gunpowder.
he practicing his rights?
yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, he probably didn't need to moonshine after the notoriety, but
Well, you
I'm-
can. That's
yeah,
his
you
right.
can. You can.
Wait, what year is this?
1960. So
Okay, so World War II's happened. He saved a billion
came an end,
lives.
and I'm sure he thought he helped out for VJ Day.
Fact.
Fact. Wait, are we
Fact.
supposed to ask a question right now, or what's going on?
He'll bounce back from his first hospital visit, but after his first hospital visit, somebody asked me the question.
Okay.
So he fell in and out of consciousness for 3
Wait,
days.
no, send the question. Mike, you do the question.
It's
Come on.
not question time.
No, he said someone asked me a question.
No, he didn't.
I said after he gets out of the hospital, ask me the question.
Yeah, he's out of the hospital, right?
No, Cody's gonna tell you what happened in the
Oh
hospital.
my god, I'm so wrong.
It's okay.
Mike, that was so kind of you.
Yeah, that was touching. I felt
Yeah.
that from here.
Okay.
Your boy Marsh, or as he would like to be referred to now as Carbine, fell in and out of consciousness for 3 days with his liver ailment.
Ow.
And, Tom is correct. It probably was a little bit of the moonshining coming back on him. But, that's your God-given right, or your apparently federal government given right nowadays.
Isn't moonshine made of like gasoline?
No, it tastes like gasoline.
Yeah. It's made out of corn and shit.
Mike, the important thing when you're making moonshine, Mike and everyone at home, is you have to throw out the first 3 gallons of it. because like that's called the head, and it's got like some methylene shit in it, and that's when you hear somebody die drinking moonshine, they probably drank the moonshine too early. You got to get rid of like the first 3 gallons of it so it's safe.
It's basically like Jenkum. Yeah, it's all
yeah, it's fermented biomatter.
We're doing Jenkins, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna do Jacobs next week on Roast Mortem.
I was looking at pictures.
Oh, wow, there's other people like me.
Dude, that is a gaped asshole. That poop is a big gaped asshole.
All right, so he's in the hospital and he's in and out of consciousness.
But on the 3rd day, he woke up and recovered, and he would live on for 15 more years.
Damn.
What?
Spending time with his aging wife. And he has a son by this time, David Jr.
David Carbine Jr.
Yeah, I don't think it was Carbine Jr., but it was definitely David Jr.
Little
Now.
baby bee.
I'll take the question now. Go.
Mike.
How does Marsh die?
In 1972, he was admitted to Dorothea Dix Hospital of Raleigh.
Dicks.
North Carolina, back at home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was a homeboy. Maggie had noticed he was having issues identifying his family members and close friends.
Which one are you? Are you my daughter or my daughter's friend?
I'll bang either one.
What kind of episode of Brazzers are we going to do?
Marsh had difficulty recognizing his friends and family, and if you have elderly folks in your life, you could be like, smells a little bit like Alzheimer's. History doesn't know for sure, but eventually and unfortunately, from there, Marsh's health issues snowballed, and what's so funny? What's so fucking funny?
I'm sorry.
Just still thinking about
Are you still looking at pictures of poop?
Still thinking about the pictures of poop. I can't help myself. I'm
And on
terrible.
January 8th,
The one that looked like the letter C
1975.
was pretty gnarly.
Hold on, Cody. Say it again.
And on January 8th, 1975, at the ripe old age of 74, David Marshall Carbines voided his bowels and succumbed to his deteriorating condition.
Dude, so it all tied in, Tom. You were psychic.
This guy, he's my favorite dude.
Yeah.
He's a good one.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I
Definitely
like him.
deserving
Wasn't
of
a
a
bad
21
guy.
gun salute.
He was like Timothy Robbins.
Robbins?
Tim
Tim
Robbins.
Robbins.
The guy from Shawshank.
Oh, yeah.
But instead
Andy
of
Dufresne?
accountant, yeah, Andy Dufresne. It's like Andy Dufresne, but instead of being an accountant, he kills people.
Yeah, he actually did kill
Wait,
people.
so he was given a 21 gun salute?
No, I don't know, but I'm saying he definitely would have.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was probably like 21 M80s, bro.
Yeah.
Pretty small.
His,
Couple baby
his
thumbs.
gun shop was disassembled, carted off, and reassembled in the North Carolina Museum of History, where it resides now.
That's nice.
So he did a small ass gun. He basically just took a rifle, put a pistol handle on it, chopped the fucking the muzzle off it.
Lightened up the guts.
Done.
Wow.
One and done.
So there you go. That's David Marshall Williams in a nutshell. An officially roasted nutshell.
Good guy. Really good guy.
Yeah,
I miss him already.
Wait, hold on.
Killed a guy, moonshined, but we can look past that.
Cody, I apologize if I was inebriated. But
Don't.
But why did he decide carbine?
For his name or for the gun invention?
For the gun.
Both.
I don't know why he called the gun Carbine, but he called himself Carbine after the movie came out, just to...
But why was it called that?
It takes after the French carabine, which is a mounted musket.
A mounted musket.
Not my musket.
So maybe it's like the suffix
yeah.
of it means it's smaller. I don't know.
Well, it just means it's more accurate, right? You have a mounted musket. You have a long stick of poop. And then at the end of the poop, you have
Okay, the people at home can't Google at the poop pictures you guys are Googling.
Dude, we're looking at poop,
Well,
and it's
I know.
hilarious.
For anyone at home who wants to play this game,
Look at the piece of shit
I
with
just
sunglasses
googled
on.
super big poop.
Oh shit! Ew.
The people at home and me are jealous and feel
Oh,
left
yeah,
out.
Rhino.
Well, they're left
Sorry,
out,
dude.
but look at that cat with his hooked tail.
That cat's just doing his thing.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. All right, so carbine means that you've planted your musket in the ground,
Cat holding his ass.
and you will shoot your load hard.
Yes.
Oh,
There you
I
have
kind
it.
of want to fire a carbine.
Me too.
It handles well, I've heard.
Yeah.
So this is amazing. We have the best man in America who no one knows about until they listen to this episode.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic redemption story.
Why
It
is he
is.
not on a dollar bill or something?
Ooh,
I don't know.
can we
$3
can we
bill.
get our fans and listeners to petition that?
$3 bill.
Yeah, I mean,
$3 bill.
Vote for me, 2020.
let's put him on a coin. Let's put him on a 22 millimeter coin.
Ooh.
Ooh.
How cool would that be?
Is really small, actually.
Yeah.
What does that
tiny.
get you though? What if you bring it to the store? What do they give you?
Oh, it's worth. It's worth.
Snickers.
Yeah, Snickers worth of money.
Oh,
It's an
No,
adju-
I
it's
was
an
gonna say it'd be
adjustable-
funny because it's ridiculously small. If it was ridiculously valuable, so you could literally lose $1,000 with a handful of 22
it's a really
millimeter
expensive
coins.
Sacagawea coin.
Yeah, Sacagawandas. It's like. All right, this is getting ridiculous. Let's finish this episode up. So, Cody, thank you for doing the research on. We got Marsh, the old David Marsh Williams.
Marshy.
Yep.
Marshall
Like
Williams.
to go by carbine.
Marshmallow.
Yeah, so if you're interested in a carbine, you have a friend who wants a carbine, send him here. We'll give you 10% off on this podcast.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're sponsored by
Oh, yeah.
Cabello, but not really.
Yeah, well, we'll talk to him for you.
You have a carbine. Let me test it out.
Yeah, so you can find us. Just Google our shit.
Dude, I want to say all of it. We have an Instagram. We have a Twitter. We have a Facebook. You just find us at Roast Mortem Cast.
Well, the only one I do like to say is patreon.com/roastmortemcast. We are broke.
Yeah.
Everyone's broke here.
That's why I'm going out west. I'm taking the Oregon Trail right now.
And we're not trying to make a career out of this, but we also don't like being broke.
Yeah, I might die of dysentery. Have you ever played Oregon Trail?
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Travis,
die
Travis
of
has
dysentery.
Travis has Best's mayonnaise to look forward to.
Oh,
help him
fuck that.
afford that.
If you have a carbine, let me shoot it. If you have money, give it to us.
Cody,
Yes.
why did you bring up Best Mayonnaise?
Because I have to deal with Best mayonnaise now.
Dude, I don't know if I want to go now. I want Hellman's.
It's still Hellman's, Travis.
No,
Mayonnaise?
it's different.
Yeah, dude, they have different mayonnaise. It's made with coffee and piss.
What?
Brown mayonnaise.
Okay.
All right, thanks for listening to Roast Mortem. I'm Tom. That's it.
I'm Mike.
I'm Cody.
I'm Travis.
And good night.
You can
Love you
follow.
guys.
You can follow Tom at Songe. S-A-U-N-T-S-H.
Do it for him, yeah.
You can follow Cody at Cody McCann.
C-A-N,
You
a
can
double
follow-
N. You can follow Michael.
We can with two N's. And you follow me at Travis Legion with two E's.
Tom, can you hit the reverb thing?
Yeah, I'll put it on.
Yeah, do it. No, where is it? Let me hit it.
Hold on.
Hit that shit. Let's all
sounds like
let's
we're in a
end this
church.
episode in a cave or in a church. Oh my God! I'm in a church. I'm in a church.
Keep it down. You're in a church.
Hosanna! Wow. Oh, you good? All right. Mike, hold on. If I was in a church right now with you, right, Mike?
We in choir together.
Yeah, no, I mean, we would be in choir, but would I be saying some weird things right now?
You would. You'd be saying the worst things. Do you hear me?
I can hear you.
You're
but
the
sound-
pastor, dude. You're so
Wow.
Do you hear my friends
So
now?
magical.
weird. Dude,
Wow.
command you to stop.
dude, that was weird.
I can't feel my legs.
Well, you know
fucked
the
up.
old saying down south: ham don't kill nobody.
Yeah, I think I've heard that before.
I'm sure. Did that work in this case? Did they bring that up?
Probably.
They didn't bring that up in my research.
I feel
okay.
like that's whenever Guy Fieri shows up to a town.
Yeah. Hey.
And he's like, I drizzled this in donkey grease. Ham don't kill nobody. It's like a spiral ham that's just like covered in fucking fat.
Just kind of sitting there. Doesn't kill nobody. That's
Razor
for sure.
wire.
Sitting on his front seat of his like convertible.
Yeah. Hey, ladies, want to lick this off the seat of my convertible? Ham don't kill nobody. Fuck that dude!
Are you tired of not paying for your favorite product? Patreon.com/roastmortemcast.
What's a Patreon, you say?
It's a website where fans can support their favorite content creators.
Sounds like a deal.
Deal.
This is only if you got the money.
We got koozies, we got custom obituaries, we got stickers, we have movie commentaries that you download and watch with said movie. It's like you have friends in the room.
What if I don't like history?
You're wrong.
You love history.
How much money can I give?
Anything will help. We like doing the show. We're going to do it anyway.
Mike's losing us money at every corner. Roast Mortem Cast is here to help you take a load off that wallet.
It's all been arranged just for us to get your money.
I'm telling you that you need to give money to Roast Mortem Podcast so we can do it even better.
Are you tired of exploiting these four men?
Or you could even sponsor. You got a stupid-ass business? I'd love to talk about your business.
Point to point.
I'm too busy to read. Where can I find this podcast?
So call today at patreon.com/roastmortemcast. That's ROASTMORTEMCAST at patreon.com/roastmortemcast.
Yeah, if you want to buy me a beer, that's cool too, you know.